it's felt like being at uni again, working on shit and not getting paid.
Well, it sucks.
I'm doing all right. Not as well as I did in the last two.
Sick of it, you know, so it's obviously very difficult.
This lockdown has felt like it's been 10 years long or something, even though I know it's been like less than a month, but yeah, it's been dragging on for me, but I'm trying to be productive, I'm trying to better myself, new year, new me, all of that.
I miss the pub. That's certainly one thing. Every time someone asks me if I want to go to the pub, I'm going to say yes. I'll never take the pub for granted again.
I'm surviving. That's all I'm gonna say. In Holland right now, we're in a lockdown with a curfew and all the stores are closed.
Sainsbury's have brought in a shop alone policy, which includes disabled people not using carers. For me, that takes out my choices, and my whole reason for having a carer is to encourage independence.
It's learning to adjust to it. I mean, by now, everybody's sort of learned to adjust to it, because obviously this is our third lockdown, technically our fourth.
A lot easier than the last one, and I feel like that's because I have applied everything that I'd learned from the first lockdown.
A whirlwind of emotions. There's been good days, there's been bad days, there's been days where it's been a combination of both.
I'm lucky to be working, so the reality is I've not had too much time to think or get bored.
This is our third lockdown now in the United Kingdom, and I can tell you I'm probably as over it as everyone else. But I'm trying to keep my head high, I'm trying to keep my spirits high.
Not great. I have my ups and downs, I think everyone does.
People are finding this current one tougher than the first or the second or the third.
I'm not doing too bad, cracking on with working from home as I assume many other people are doing. It's my birthday next week, so I'm gonna obviously have a few drinks for that at home.
If you told me that I was going to be spending all of my 2020 locked up inside my room, I would be like, so? I do a lot of stuff just at my desk naturally anyway, and it's not that different to what I would normally be doing. But boy, do I have an awful thing that happened in my life that can relate to that.
I've just been working every day, 5 days a week for the last couple of months.
Lockdown kind of began with one of the friends I was seeing like once or twice a week deciding they never wanted to see me again. Which meant that I, wasn't missing out on anything anyway, and not having that friend anymore meant I was kind of really upset for like 2 months. It was terrible and I hated it. But once I got past that, lockdown was actually pretty fun. I can't lie.
You know how in the first lockdown everyone was baking banana bread and all that kind of jazz? Well, I have baked absolutely nothing. No, thank you.
I find it easier to get on with my work, do presentations in the comfort of my own home, because pressure can really get to me.
In all seriousness, guys, I look like this because I've given myself a chance to have a lie-in at the weekend. I work 2 or 3 different jobs as a freelancer. I've been so lucky to keep my jobs during this lockdown. The first lockdown, it was touch and go whether I was going to have any kind of work whatsoever.
In Korea, we don't really have a full lockdown. We've had different levels of social distancing, but day to day, everything's like still open. I still go into my physical work, so day to day, like things haven't changed that much. So, it's been okay.
I started working out more, so that's been fun. I'm not really doing too much different than usual.
I'm doing okay because it didn't really affect me as much because as a person working in healthcare, we didn't stop providing the chemotherapy items to the patients.
I'm a bit of a nerd, so I kind of got like PS4, just like gaming and reading books and like all that kind of stuff. So I got a lot of things to kind of keep me occupied.
Yeah, it's been fun actually. I like my own company. I can keep very entertained and occupied. Although a car broke down recently for the first time since I've had the car, so I miss my baby.